Earlier, we received news of a hostage situation in Sundumbili in KwaZulu-Natal. Here's SABC News reporter Simphiwe Makhanya, who's coming to us live from Sundumbili with the latest. Simphiwe, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. You just got there. What can you tell us at this point?
But like I said, they're members of the special task force that detected this.
Well, the news that we've just received just now, Simphiwe, is that those six suspects who were apparently, trying to create a hostage situation here in Mandeni, where we are, have since fled the scene. But all the workers that were apparently held hostage by these six suspects who were robbing this shop here behind us, were released, and all of them were unharmed. But with us, we have Brigadier J. Naika, who speaks on behalf of the South African Police Service here in KwaZulu-Natal. Let's join in.
So we found the three that were hiding in the store, and the other seven managed to release themselves. But when we look through the footage now, we can see that they didn't spend a lot of time in the shop. I think as soon as they realized the information they had was incorrect and none of the staff members had access to the cash, they left shortly after that.
But this is a bit worrying then, Brigadier, because that raises the question of where are they and how quickly will they be tracked, because that means that they've gone out into the community.
Yes, absolutely. So we have detectives from our provincial task team that are here on the scene. We are quite convinced that obviously from the modus operandi they have not done it for the first time. So it's probably one of these groupings that operate in the province that are targeting these supermarkets and other businesses. So we hope to, hopefully now we've got good footage of them, and you see our forensic guys on the scene. We are able to lift some DNA and probably fingerprints from the crime scene, because we've also got footage of which areas they've touched and what were they doing when they were in the shop.
Any word on that getaway driver? There was talk of a getaway driver and a car outside. That would be another member of the gang, presumably. Do we know anything further about that?
No, not much information on that. Even from the witnesses, they couldn't actually tell us what car it was, because it was still early hours of the morning. Maybe it was quite dark. All they can tell us, it was a sedan, and the suspect fled shortly before police can arrive.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll leave it there.
Brigadier, how long did it take the police to actually resolve this situation? And firstly, was it a hostage situation or not?
Well, the information that we got, it wasn't a hostage situation. There was the staff and the security company that's guarding this premises were under the impression that the staff was being held hostage by the robbers, and the robbers were still on the premises. So we had to treat it as such. As shortly after we arrived, the seven that were held in the cold storage facility managed to free themselves, and they escaped from the premises. We then called out members of the special task force and the tactical response team, who then started sweeping the premises. And during this process, they found another three staff members that were hiding inside, and they were still under the impression that the robbers were in the store. So we had to treat it, and with extreme caution. But we've subsequently swept the entire premises, and there was nobody on the premises. We found some doors in the front that could have been opened from the inside, and at this stage we suspect that they could have fled in that direction. From the video footage that we've been able to see, we could gather that they were not long in the shop. As soon as they realized that the staff members didn't have any knowledge of cash on the premises, they locked them in the cold storage facilities, and they fled shortly after that.
So you are saying that they didn't flee the scene with any of the monies from all of the shops that are in this vicinity?
No, there's no indication that anything was stolen. None of the tills were damaged, or there's no indication whatsoever that they stole anything from the premises.
I see police are still on the scene. What exactly are they doing now?
Okay, we've got our detectives from our provincial task team that are taking over the investigation, so they are sweeping the scene. They're going through with our members of our forensic unit, trying to gather whatever information we can to identify who these suspects are, and hopefully apprehend them before they commit another robbery like this in this province.
And the suspects were heavily armed, Brigadier?
From the video footage, we could see that some of them had rifles and some of them did have pistols, so they were well armed.
Any word in terms of trying to chase them? Are you any step closer to finding them?
No, well, look, we've got good video footage. Fortunately, the CCTV camera footage in this facility is very good. So we've got that, and as I said, we know the areas that they touched and the areas that they went to here on the premises. So our forensic analysts are going through that. So we will be able to get good evidence, so that when we do catch them, we'll be able to take them and place them before a court.
The employees that were inside the shop, Brigadier, talk to us about what their current state is. They must be shocked, obviously, and their condition, were they injured, or what was the case?
No, fortunately, none of them were injured, so physically they're okay, but they were definitely shocked. As I said, the three that we found inside were hiding on the floor, fearing for their lives, because they thought the robbers were still in the premises. So they were quite scared, because they saw that the men were very armed and well armed, so they were very scared, yes.
Is the businesses here going to be operational after this, or police are still working on the scene?
No, our detectives and our forensic experts will be on the scene for quite a while, so this business won't be opening anytime soon.
Brigadier, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Simphiwe.
This Brigadier J. Nakai speaks on behalf of the South African National Police Services here in KwaZulu-Natal, basically giving us an update in terms of that hostage situation, of that situation which was initially, believed to be a hostage situation. In your visuals there, Simphiwe, you can see some of the police officers who have been deployed to, comb the scene as they were still trying to gather evidence with regards to those 6 suspects who are on the run after committing this crime, and the police are saying that they are going to be working tirelessly to ensure that those who are responsible for this crime are brought to the scene. But as it is now, no injuries were reported in terms of those staff workers who were held inside the shop. All of them have been since rescued, and we believe that the investigation is going to continue from now on. Simphiwe.
All right, Simphiwe, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your update. Simphiwe Makhanya there is out in Sundumbili in KwaZulu-Natal, wherein that hostage drama has, apparently ended after the release of the staff workers or the staff members who've been held hostage earlier on.